On this special episode of Supercars Talk, it's time for another model unboxing, this time Todd Hazelwood's Super 2 Championship winner. Now, this is a very special model for me, not only because I got to talk to Todd Hazelwood about it. This is the first Super 2 car that I've bought. I followed Todd all the way through the championship. It was a great championship to follow. I felt that year seeing the small team there, Matt Stone Racing, take on the might of Paul Dumbrell and the Egglestones there. So yeah, when this model was announced, I jumped on it straight away. It was definitely one that I wanted for the collection. Not many Super 2 cars have been done over the years, but yeah, this is one that I definitely wanted to add to the collection. I won't give you the big kind of intro that I normally do, talking about the year, because here's an interview with Todd Hazelwood about the car, and then we'll go into the unboxing of it. On this special episode of Supercars Talk, we have the actual driver of 2017 Super 2 champion, Todd Hazelwood. Obviously got some questions about this car that this model is based on. To the championship, 6 wins, 7 podiums, 3 pole positions, a pretty good year by all accounts. Obviously, welcome. Did you enjoy driving the car?
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, thanks for having me on the show. Oh, look, it's a car that plays a pretty special place in my heart. 2017 was a massive year for me personally. As you mentioned, we won the championship, multiple race wins. We had the Armour All pole position award at the end of the series as well. Got my first clean sweep weekend from start to finish in Newcastle when it mattered most. So, great memories. And, it was hard to let that car go because it puts so much effort, so much work into that program. And to see it come to life and get the success along the way, it was arguably my most successful year in circuit racing since go-kart days. So, very, very special place in my mind.
So the highlight of the year for you was the final round in Newcastle?
Yeah, probably 2 highlights for me, actually. To start the year off, I had my first race win at the Adelaide 500. Me personally, being a proud South Aussie, to get that first win in Adelaide was really special. And then, to be fair, I actually had my Supercars Championship debut in that same chassis at Queensland Raceway, running as a wild card. So that certainly stands out as another cool moment throughout 2017. But obviously, yeah, for me, winning and wrapping up the championship at Newcastle. Newcastle was a brand new track. I was actually down by 42 points going into the season finale. So it was basically give it everything that we've got. We had nothing to lose. And Saturday we put on pole, one race, and then we put it on pole again Sunday and 1 race 2. So it was a very dominant weekend, and that gave us enough points to wrap up the championship on Sunday and claim the trophy and get that title, which was amazing. Yeah, exactly. And obviously at that stage, Paul Dumbrell was arguably the most sought after co-driver, having very dominant displays with Jamie Whincup, and he obviously knows the Triple 8 equipment very well. So to beat him in a Triple 8 car, as you mentioned, in virtually similar equipment, was a very proud moment for us as a team at Stone Racing and myself personally. We had a lot of door-to-door battles, and all the racing we did, though, was all very clean, very respectable, and I actually enjoyed racing Paul a lot. He taught me how to race hard but race fair, which was great. No. So this one was actually the Caltex car driven by Craig Lowndes. So in 2016 in Super 2, we ran the Shane Van Gisbergen VIP Pet Foods car. That was originally where it come from. And when the team stepped up for 2 cars in Super 2 for 2017, we actually acquired the Vortex Racing Craig Lowndes chassis. So, certainly had some Triple 8 pedigree, but essentially both the SVG car that Adam Marjoram ran in 2017 and the car that I ran are identical as far as hardware and equipment in and underneath the car as well. So that was I guess the main concept behind it all. So yeah, both, but obviously originated from Triple Eight. So Triple Eight front end designed and with the front spindle and rockers and things like that. So yeah, very much the DNA. But the team at Mattstone Racing created some of their own ideas and brought them to life, and we felt we got some pretty good success from that as well. Yes, it was actually. Yeah, so we dusted the covers off the car halfway through 2018, and fired it up again. We actually had an updated front end in the car, so it wasn't quite the same spec as what we ran in Super 2, but yeah, obviously it was a bit of a transitional period that we needed to use that car again to highlight that we were going to be genuine to Triple Eight, obviously entering into a new customer relationship with them for 2019. So the back end of 2018 was a little bit of a sacrifice, knowing that we're running an older spec car up against the ZB Commodores and the new and improved FGXs. But yeah, it was all about setting 2019 up, which proved to be a decent year for the team.
Yeah, you really hit the blocks running with the when you got your hands on ZB.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I think that we had a few people question why we changed our direction as a team from obviously the Ford to the Holden initially, and why would we go back to a Triple Eight base. But yeah, we went out and out qualified the two factory Triple Eight cars on Sunday at the very first round, and having that customer support, it certainly highlighted that had to be the that gave us the best opportunity possible as a small single car outfit to hit the ground running straight away.
Do you think you would have been better off starting with VF in the main game rather than the Falcon, or is that kind of a learning that the team had to go through?
Look, you always live in hindsight, I guess. Yeah, definitely. I think the Triple Eight program that we become aware of how successful it was in 2019, if we had that another year up our sleeve at the start of the year, as opposed to switching brands, that might have been the best option. But at the time, that the better option was presented in front of us. So you live and learn in this game. You're only as good as your last race, and as much as it is results on track, you got to kick goals off track as well. And that was a decision that we probably should have taken a different approach, but at the time we didn't, and we just had to deal with it and suffer the consequences. Obviously, it was a tough year in 2018, but we learnt from it, and we were fortunate enough to rebuild and bounce back, and regroup again for 2019. And as I said, had a solid year. So wasn't all bad, wasn't all lost. So yeah, you live and learn, as I said, and don't look back, because you only get a sore neck, right?
Someone famous once said that, I think.
That's it. Yeah.
Did you have any other opportunities with other teams to make the step up, or was it pretty much you were going with Matt?
Look, not at the time when we were pushing really hard. It become aware to us, or for me in particular, that if we're ever going to make this transition into the main Supercars Championship, we're going to have to get pretty creative and do something on our own back. So that conversation started as early as Tasmania at the start of 2017. I hinted to Matt that I've got a pretty wild ambition, and this is what I think we can do to be able to pull it off. And part of that program was to run a wild card, prove to our investors that we've got the capability, and we've got the I've got the skills to be able to do it, and the team as well, that we can take it to the best in the championship in supercars. And I felt like at our wildcard program we certainly proved that, which was a crucial element to help start putting some key foundations in place to make that next step, and obviously secure a license, secure the funding, and get everything in place for a big 2018. So yeah, it was a massive year for more reasons than one. Obviously, winning the championship was one thing, but trying to build the main game program throughout that season, securing the racing entitlements contract, we actually leased it in the end off Jason Bright, securing the funding, doing the wild card, doing my first Bathurst, having the rollover and with Cool Drive and at Sandown. It was, for more reasons than one, it was by far the biggest year of my career. And yeah, looking back, it was proved so important and so pivotal towards my supercars career. Yeah, correct. So yeah, it's been campaigned by Aaron Seaton the last 2 seasons in Super 2. I'm trying to think who drove it beforehand. It's escaped my mind, but
yeah, Ash Walsh ended up.
That's right. Yeah,
with
so
it
he
in
drove it in
2019, I think.
Had a couple drivers go through it in 2018 from memory, but yeah, Ash had a couple race wins in it from memory as well. So yeah, it's had a pretty successful life in Super 2, and obviously now it gets transitioned into Super 3. So yeah, I'm not sure who will be running it this year, but whoever is, I hope they look after it. And I know there's still a bit of original paint still left on it, so yeah, hopefully it yeah, can survive many more races to come. And yeah, I'd love to have it in my collection when I get old and grey one day, and I'll be able to claim it back.
That's what I was going to say. Have you got enough money to buy it back and then return it to the Super 2 livery? And
No, definitely not. No, maybe one day.
not yet. You got to wait for it to drop in value a bit more.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. The car's too fast and too sought after at the moment to buy it for a cheap price.
So here is the model. Once again, a lot of box art on these days. Authentic Collectibles, MSR. Not as good as, say, on the Jim Richards one, but yeah, not too bad to start off with. I won't bore you with all of the unboxing as I've got to take off plastic and open the box and that. But this is, as you can see, the plastic is still on there. This is the first time I have opened this up, so it's all new to all of us. We get this little envelope with the Authentic Collectibles these days. I think this is a normal thing that they do. You get the little card there, not signed by Todd. Maybe that's something we can organise. 59 of 126. That is not many of those. I really do like this card holder for it though. It keeps it nice and straight there. I have to crack open the sticky tape with a trusty knife. Again, people are trusting me with such a big knife. So here is the model. Initial impressions, wow, that looks really good. I'm not surprised with Authentics. Once again, it's screwed down, so give me a second to unscrew it. And there it is out of the box. Spectacular looking model. Yeah, Authentics do a really good job. It has got opening parts. I'm not very good at this. Yeah, there's the bonnet open. Yeah, I'll probably wreck something trying to pop these open. There we go, doors open, and I think, no, the boot is shut on them, but yeah, just a really spectacular looking model. It looks very close to the detail of Todd Hazelwood's Super 2 championship winner. So a massive thank you for Todd for that trip down memory lane, talking about his Super 2 championship winner. It was actually really quite special, and big shout out to Authentic Collectibles. You guys, although pretty kind of new on the scene, I suppose, been going for, I think it's 5 years now, so not that new, but yeah, they're just doing a brilliant job. I really enjoy that model. Is it one that you'd like to add to your collection, even though probably pretty hard to get a hold of one of those now in such limited numbers? Definitely going to be one to hold its value. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see next. But until next time, I'm still Dave, and I'll catch you later.